We are also fortunate to have with us Brother Mutah Sheriff from Philadelphia. Say welcome to my microphone.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You are visiting Minnesota today, specifically about the Sheriff Descendents Family Reunion. And according to your t-shirt, is July 6 to July 8, 2012 here in Minnesota. And I'm hearing that you've been doing this for a very long time. Tell us your own impression, first of all.
Well, quite candidly, I'm very impressed with the reunion in America. We began this many years ago back in Liberia. The first I ever witnessed was when I was at the age of 14 years old. When I was the age of 14, I witnessed the first reunion in Kakatamagibi County, where the family members were called to advise them by the elders and to give us the values of our own family values, which was about marriage, education, and disciplining our children. So this is what we have emulated over the years, and we decided to follow suit. So this is what we have brought to the United States of America.
All right, I heard you proudly saying last night, maybe either to satisfy the chairman or maybe to be specific, that amongst what you've been having here in the United States, you said Minnesota was the best. Where did that come from?
Well, in terms of the planning, I think they did very well because the family members here are fewer than Boston, Philadelphia, and other states. But I thought with their fewer numbers, they did extremely well in terms of the planning, the organization of the program, and just the execution of everything they did. I think that was very effective.
So, what will be your advice to other families out there that are not used to having family reunion? Maybe some people don't even know the rationale of family reunion. So what would you want to tell them?
Well, I would like to admonish all of us that it is always important for families to meet, that we need to reconnect. Those values that was instilled in us by our parents, those values we need to instill in our children. The reason why we are all connecting today because we were taught these things. Now, if we don't give our children the opportunity to learn those values, they will also miss on those good values. And we all see in this country where many youth are taken into prisons simply because they lack these values, they lack the very ethics to stay within society and live in civility in the community. And that's why we thought to try to connect ourselves, preach the values of marriage, so that people can stay together, the parents can stay together and raise the children in a family home. We thought that would help the children to grow and avoid going to prison and instead of focusing on their future.
So does that suggest that in the long run, maybe the Sheriff family might need an assistance from maybe philanthropic organizations or maybe the government in order to enforce this brilliant idea that you have?
No, I don't think so. What I'm thinking is that there will come a time where we need to do this in collaboration with other families. Because we are all interconnected, no matter where you turn, we are all interconnected. Whether the Sheriffs, the Kaba, the Fufana, we are all the same. There will come a time where we all can come and say, look, we need to have a day that we all can just come together and celebrate our movement, celebrate our humanity, celebrate our oneness. And that will be a beautiful thing to see.
Looking at you right now, you seem very excited. Where do you think we are heading for the next Sheriff family reunion?
Well, last night we had a meeting last night. We are thinking about changing the scope of what we have done right now. Thinking about taking the next reunion, we want to have that in Pennsylvania. Now this time what we want to do is to hire, to reserve a place where we all can go and they just cater to us, rather than we providing all the services. So we're going to pay for the services and all our children get there for 3 days, where we can have a seminar, children can just pray and play together, and we can still teach our children and share again the oneness that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are giving us.
Most people say that the Sheriffs are educators, specifically when it comes to Islam and other things like that. So your brother Muslims, Christians, Buddhists or whatever are listening to you, and maybe they are extremely excited about what you are talking right now. So what will you say to me here today that will serve as an education for your listening audience?
Well, it's always a saying that the sheriffs are educated Islamically. I don't want to say exclusively that we are, but it's been passed down from generation to generation where people have been known to be religious instructors, teachers in the community.
Right.
All I can tell people is that we all need to exercise our deen. We all need to live a faithful life and stay within our deen. And inshallah, whatever education we have, whether it's the Western education, back with our Islamic knowledge, it can help us a whole lot. Because not only in this world that we want to seek, but in the hereafter. Okay. As Muslims, we are always told that Rabbana atina fid dunya, you must seek the goodness of this world, or fil akhirah, you must seek the goodness in the hereafter. Okay. So we think combining the both will be a wonderful thing to do.
And I saw you doing something like that last night by certificating a few members of the family. Was that a way of encouraging them, enticing their educational appetite?
Absolutely. That was a way of encouraging them to continue to excel. Because education is a lifelong journey. Okay. And we think they need to continue to excel. Because it's part of our deen that we must seek. It's an obligation of us all as Muslims to seek education. And that will also serve the younger ones to see that, look, education is part of our family values, so that they can follow suit as well.
All right. You've also been interacting with the various Mandingo communities, specifically FEMUSA. I mean, with the trend that FEMUSA is taking right now, where do you think it is heading?
Well, quite frankly, what I see them heading right now is not quite impressive to me right now. Okay. I witnessed the last convention. Okay. And I thought emphasis was placed too much on social activities than focusing on the objective of where FEMUSA was about.
And what is that?
And I thought FEMUSA was about education, it's about bringing our community together, setting a clear agenda for where we want to go as Mandingos. Okay. But I saw us focus more on dancing rather than that.